Oh, what does the quality look like that? Hi. What does the quality look like that on the why do my clothes look lopsided? I am filming on two different devices right now, on my phone and on my laptop, and the laptop quality doesn't look all of that. New timeout lens. Okay. I haven't done my laptop as far as a live in a long, long, long time. I'm also on Instagram. All right. Should have worked all of this out before. Screen share. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. So, hi everyone. I guess everyone can watch this. No wonder it's lean because the laptop. I just have this thing couched up on my what do you call this couch. I don't know why the quality is looking like this on the laptop. Does it need to be cleaned or something? Hmm. Let's see. Oh, user error. Okay. So YouTube have a little bit of blackout there. Okay, let's get started. So it is let's drink our tea. It is Saturday, um, February 10th. I am so tired right now. But in case you guys are new, in case you guys are watching it on the rewind, on the replay, Lucky's here next to me. Lucky, want to say hi, baby? My baby doggy. So anyway, he's gonna just be there. I had to delay my live because people coming through my house, mainly my son, and all this interruptions. I just wanted it to be, hey baby, I just wanted it to be like a little quiet time. So that's why I'm doing it now. So it is Saturday, February 10th. Happy New Year. And this is GO10LISA, and I am Lisa. Ni hao. So I am learning how to speak Chinese. I've always see now you're gonna start, Lucky. No, move from there right now. Oh, I gotta stretch my legs. But anyway, I've always wanted to be, from when I was little, I always wanted to learn multiple languages. So shout out to everyone who is teaching your kids multiple languages and for the kids who actually want to learn it. And isn't it amazing how you have certain things you want to do and then life just gets into the way? When your babies are young, their brain soaks up so many things. So I always wanted my son to play the violin, learn different languages, but the kids are not interested in any of that stuff. But sometimes why am I so uncomfortable? Oh my gosh. So yeah. So sometimes as parents, you have to, you know, I don't say force them because they need to learn. They need to love what they're doing. So yeah. So it's never too late. It's not too late. You guys like my earrings? I have a couple of them in different colors and shapes. A shout out to Tiffany, who's one of the vendors at um, one of the farmers markets. Her business is Sacred on Tame. And guess what these earrings are made out of? Recycled tea bags. How creative is that? Yeah, eco-friendly, sustainable. So if you guys don't know, I am Lisa, and what is this message? Why do I have my glasses on? Message from who? Hello. Hello, Roberta. I am so sorry I don't have on my glasses, and I should go and get my glasses. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So, and I also wanted to do a live on YouTube because I haven't done one in ages, um, because I have new subscribers, and February 16th will be 6 years. And then every year I wonder, should I even continue? Should I even continue? Every year I go through that. And but yeah, but you know what? Everything happens in its own timing and everything. I'm just putting out the videos, and since I was little, I've always had like a camera. I always had like which is actually like towards late teenage years, I always had like a camera or something. I love to just capture the moment and everything. So I have a whole bunch of cameras, video recorders. So when I started, I initially just wanted this just to be a great place for my family and friends to do videos, and I thought it would be fun. I'm not out here starting it like all these young people out here, and yeah, but I'm still young at heart. Still young at heart. Yeah. So I'm over here drinking my tea because it's still wintertime over here in Georgia, because I do live in Georgia in the United States. And I don't know, the weather has just been up and down. So I hear my son is like sniffling and blowing his nose. And then I kind of like, I always get like allergies and stuff because I don't know where it's coming from, and I look at the pollen count, but I can tell like I don't know if it's dust. And normally in the winter time, my eyes do get dry, so put some eye drops in there to refresh my eyes. So today's Saturday, the Saturday before the Super Bowl. Um, I'm not a football. In the United States, they call it football. But everywhere else around the world, they look at soccer as football. So, um, I'm not a football fan. Over here is just tennis and soccer in my family, and a couple of basketballs here and there, but a couple of track and field, but not football. But anyway, but the only time I would watch football is at the Super Bowl, like when the Super Bowl comes on. And I think a couple of years, I, um, you know, miss it because I forgot, didn't care, or whatever. But I always pick for the underdog, and I always, whoever is out there, I always think that whoever has the prettiest uniform always wins. That's just my take on it. And I think everybody's just creating a big deal right now because of Taylor Swift and the boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. And so I just got a news alert saying that she's not going to make. They're actually tracking because she has a show that's going on in Tokyo, which is hours and hours away. So she's gonna do a show, take a long flight just to come and see her boyfriend win or may not win the Super Bowl. That's a lot. So I think they just posted that she wasn't going to make it or whatever. So I don't know. I don't keep up with all the young people stuff, even though I am young. But anyway, so yeah, so today I was just lounging around, which is one of the rarity of it because I don't know. And then I had Bible study today, and so I wanted to do the live earlier, but I was like, no, let me do it afterwards. And then I was like waiting for things to just get a little bit quieter so I can get to do it. And yeah, so that's what's going on. And then I'm sitting over here craving ice cream. I am not an ice cream person. And I saw some people post something about, or I heard somebody post something about ice, ice cream and whatever, whatever. I am not an ice cream person. Anybody that knows me knows that I love cake. I'm a cake person. And so here is the thing. I am trying to lose weight, but here I am talking about food. If I had to choose between if you have like a dessert table and you have cake, I should break it down by categories. Okay, so here goes. If if you break it down by if you have a dessert table and you have cake and you have cookies and you have ice cream, I'm gonna break it down for you what I like. And to each his own, to each his own. As far as cake, I love all cakes except, wait for it, all of you cake lovers out there, I am not a big fan. Can you guess what I'm gonna say? You guess which cake I'm not a big fan of? I am not a big fan of red velvet cake. I think it's overrated. I'm a cake person, okay? And there's some cakes that I've tasted that are dry, and some of them are just perfect and with the icing and everything. But if I had to gravitate from a dessert table, I would most likely go for cakes. I am not a cookie person, but I would eat my favorite cookie, believe it or not, if I had oatmeal raisin and a chocolate chip, even though I love chocolate chip, I would gravitate more to the oatmeal raisin. I love a good oatmeal raisin and then the chocolate chip. Anything else, everything else is, yeah. As far as ice cream, I am not an ice cream person, but there's once in a blue moon that I would crave or want to eat ice cream. And my favorite ice cream is chocolate chip from Haagen-Dazs. That's my favorite one. And followed by vanilla, but it has to be a Pacific vanilla. It has to be vanilla with the vanilla bean. And then I will scoop out the vanilla, put it in a bowl, and then I will let it melt a little bit. I can't eat ice cream on a cone. Never have since I was little. Don't like it because I'm not an ice cream person. So I would just go, lick it a couple times, and then I'll be out there in the sun, and it would just melt and melt and melt and melt and melt. And so that's why if I go somewhere and that's the only dessert or thing I have to eat and it's ice cream, I would most 99.9% ask them to put it in a cup for me. And then once it melts, then I love to eat it when it melts, but it has to be like a certain way that it melts. So technical. But yeah. And then as far as Jamaican ice cream, like I said, I heard somebody said something about, oh, you have to be 55 and over to like grape nut. Oh, these people don't know anything. That's not true. That's not true. I'm not an ice cream person. However, nostalgic reasons, I grew up, you know, with, even when I was younger, there was a Jamaican ice cream place and they had it. I think I think that whatever you have in your area, like let's say if you have a Walgreens or a CVS and that's the only one, that's one that you're going to gravitate to more. So if you have one ice cream shop and they only sell two things, there's no age limit or, oh, you're a certain age because you like this certain kind of ice cream. Who says that? But anyway, that's not true. If I had to choose between Jamaican ice cream, between grape nut and rum raisin, I like both of them. I would gravitate more towards the grape nut. And I'm a young girl, and I'm not 55 and older, and whatever. I just think it's people should just like what they like. Sometimes I hear stuff, and I'm just like, what? What? But anyway, guys, I am not an ice cream person, but if I do have to eat ice cream, it would be chocolate chip from Haagen-Dazs. But yeah, so cookies, oatmeal raisin. So anyway, so I have been practicing my Chinese. I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole of ice cream and cakes and all that. I just had to get that out. But anyway, So I'm practicing my Chinese. So if you're new, then you'll know that my son is half Chinese Jamaican. And I don't even say he's half because his father is half. So what does that make him? What he still have that's his side of the family. And some of you probably saw a glimpse of him in the Jamaica vlogs, his father. But yeah, none of them speak Chinese. None of them. Mhm. I don't think a lot of people in Jamaica still speak Chinese. Maybe a few, maybe a few. Did I hear Michelle speak Chinese? She was over at Bravo Supermarket. She's Chinese Jamaican. Was she speaking Chinese? Only a few Jamaicans that live in Jamaica still speak Chinese. Still speak Chinese, just to keep the culture going. But I'm always wanting to learn. I speak a little bit of Spanish, like you all know, or heard me say. And my side has more Cuba and still have family there. Never been, always wanted to go. And it would happen when it happens. There's something in my eye. but um, but yeah, guys. And a lot of Chinese is different. I think there's more Mandarin. A lot of Spanish is different. So a lot of ways people say things are different. So, like I said, with any language, you have to have someone to talk to with to keep it fluent, to keep it going. Do you agree? Yeah. So yeah, so that's what's happening, guys. That's what's happening. I want to travel this year, but we'll see because I'm trying to work out some stuff for my business because I do have a candle business and trying to work that out. And also, if you look in the descriptions under my videos, you'll see some of the other channels that I have on YouTube. And here is an announcement. So, most of you may know that I also have a podcast, which is called Go10LISA Podcast. And it's also on Instagram with its own page. But now I've decided if you've been listening to the episodes, because now we're on season 24 of the podcast, I've decided to put it on YouTube. I've been talking about this since I want to say I wanted to do it since season 20, but I just kept going back and forth about whether or not if I should, because that's just a major commitment and I have to scope out the time to do it. And lately, I've just been not prioritizing the podcast as I should. So, season 24 is now on YouTube. And the way that it works is that I come out with 10 episodes and I take a 3 week break and then I come back with 10 new episodes, which will make it a new season. So that's what's actually happening. So go and check it out. It's called Go10LISA Podcast or at Go10LISA Podcast. You can find it quicker that way as well. So other than that, I don't, I'm over here talking to you guys and I'm like, all I'm thinking about is like, okay, I gotta wash my face, wash the makeup off my face, and get ready and go to bed because yeah. And then to it's just been. Did it rain today? Like it seemed like yeah, I did go out a little bit. I did go out a little bit today. Didn't do what I actually wanted to do today, but yeah. And so that's what's happening. That's what's happening, people. And my tea always gets cold. I actually made a list of topics to talk about. And so the shows that I'm watching when I have time and I don't feel like doing anything, which I know is not a good thing, is that I am watching. If you guys can subscribe, or I'm not telling you to subscribe, but I love mystery shows, right? So I have BritBox from the British, BritBox, and over there in Europe. And basically, they have a lot of mystery shows. underestimate other countries and their crime and drama and mystery shows, especially from um, Denmark, Finland, all of those other countries. Oh my gosh, they have some good shows. Um, but anyway, there's one that I just finished the other night. Was it last night or the night before? Called Three Little Birds. And it is a Jamaican story. I think it's 6 episodes. Yeah, six or eight. I want to say it was six. One, two, it may be eight. I don't know, 6 to 8 episodes. And basically it's about three women from back in the 60s, before my time, and how they migrated from Jamaica to England and what happened to them. I think they said based off a true story, but they, a couple of people worked on it and what have you. So it's interesting, but it looks like there may be a season two. And as far as movies, well, I guess you all know, if you know, that the One Love movie is coming out on Valentine's Day, which is Wednesday. Yeah, so now I see all this stuff going on between Cindy and Ziggy and them siblings them. Oh my god. It's just like part of me want to think that it's a promo stunt or whatever, but because the movie's getting ready to come out and whatever, the woman feels what she wants to feel. I am more like a Cindy. I am. And to say that she had a relationship and she had a baby. She feel what she feels. She is married and whatever, you know what I mean? They all knew about each other and whatever. So it's like if she want to post something and say happy birthday to the man and the man is no longer here, why now are you publicly posting oppositions and people chiming in now when apparently from what I understand she posted every year? So he's gone since when? 1980, 80, 81, 81. I think May 11th, 81, something like that. So it's a long, long time. Oh, I just had a song in my head. It has no nice time. Do 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 day. Think about that. Long, 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 long time. We don't have no nice something like. Listen, you'll never know my age because I grew up with my family having parties. I grew up with these music, with these foods and everything around me to the point that music is repetition. You're gonna hear a song or something triggers or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like I grew up with every single party they would have. They play some old time Jamaican music, and you just sit on there as a kid and then we're playing and then, you see your the elders them, some of them dancing and you know who the elders are in your family who always want to dance, 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 and you guys saw at the beginning of the year one of my aunts, but I have a grand aunt that she used to like always, you know, drinking and and then start dancing as well and having fun, and we cook up the food and we eat it, and then as I got like was it after college? Yeah, after college I moved back home with my mother for a little bit before I get in my own place, and she would have a party and then I would cook some of the meals. Actually, I actually started cooking some stuff because I was the only one that knew how to make macaroni and cheese good when I was a teenager. So anytime they would have a function, I was already starting to bring stuff. And then because I'm the oldest of my siblings, all of us, you know what I'm about to say. Have you ever been like me? You come home from school and they would say, "Can you get the dinner started?" So we start cooking the dinner, on the stove. And then when my mother come home, she will finish it up and whatever. I loved curry goat. Love, love, love. People ask me when I was younger, what's my favorite Jamaican food? Hands, well, it's not hands down, but it was always two. It was curried goat and stew peas. And the stew peas had to be with pigtail. Oh my gosh. But guess what? Don't eat that stuff anymore. Well, last year I went off track, but yeah, I'm more pescatarian, where is actually vegetarian and seafood. My son is vegan, so in case you confuse them all, anything besides, well, you have people that eat everything. Then you have the vegetarian, but in the vegetarian world, there's different kind of variation of vegetarian. So I am the pescatarian. And then you have vegan, and vegan don't eat any animal products whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever with an animal in it. And you know what? I was watching something the other day, and here I am because I use a lot of honey or beeswax and stuff like that, which is all natural. But I wasn't thinking, oh, it's from a bee, an animal, until I was watching something about a vegan recipe. And I was like, oh, this is why my son shops and cooks for himself. You know what I mean? Because he always says that I forget, and I do. I do. I I'm thinking in my head animal, and I normally think chicken, beef, or whatever, but you have to be strict all the way down, because even some yogurts are made from animal. The butter, I don't know if you guys have been following me for a long, long time, and you know that I love the vegan. I can't believe it's not butter. This is not an ad or anything, but their vegan butter, oh, so good, especially on bread. I'm a bread person. That's probably why I'm not really losing this weight fast enough. But like I said, everything happens in its own time. The slow and steady wins the race. But but yeah, it tastes so good. So good. So good. But yeah, those were my two favorite growing up. I was going to tell a story, but I said it on my podcast already. You want to know a little bit more about me, my ups and downs, what I'm going through? Listen to my podcast, GO10LISA podcast, available on any podcast app. And now it's on YouTube, but YouTube is only going to start from season 24. So if you want to listen from 1 to 23, you have to go and listen to the podcast. Okay, does it say how long I've been on? I don't know. Where was I the other day and it was telling me? Okay, okay, I see. Okay, so, hmm. So yeah, so let me. I was gonna do a video about my word of the year, and I was like, hmm, yeah. I have so many things jot down of what and what videos and stuff I want to do, and then when it comes time to film or to do it, it's like it's like and then God is so good that some of the things that I want to talk about or discuss or whatever, it's like something happens or I see something and I'm like, okay, let's divert from that and and now it's not a good time. It will happen when it happens. And yeah, so lucky you're being such a good baby. Oh, I'm also on TikTok. The only thing I don't do is Twitter, even though I do have a Twitter account. Hi, baby. Sorry to disrupt your time. But I cannot get into Twitter. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'm already on so many, so many, so many, so many social media platform. I can't keep up. I'm trying, but I'm like, that's why I just want to just, whatever. So shout out to Trinidad. So when I was younger, when I was younger, did I have my son or was I pregnant? I worked with a Trini, I just say Trini lady, and she looked like a model from when I was Lucky. Come over here because we can hear you scratch. And she was tall and looked like a model and nice lady. And back then we always hear about the carnivals, right? So I asked her, like, in your opinion, what is the best carnival? And she said, of course, of course, Trinidad. So Trinidad and Tobago. And I do, Lucky, come over here. And I do have Trinidadian friends. Come over here, please. Come over here. But that has always been on my bucket list to go to a carnival, but that ship has sailed. So yeah, won't be participating in any carnivals. And why? Because um how is the best way to say it? Not about that life. Um right now, Lucky, right now my focus is just to get my life spiritually right. And so, little back history. Grew up in the church. Of course, majority of us have, saved, baptized, and everything. And and basically, how should I put this? And then wasn't really, you know. Let me tell you what is the one thing. Lucky, I can hear you. You're scratching. You want to scratch? Come down here. What is the one thing that would it's it's when you I don't even know if I should even say it, but basically um love will make you do some stuff. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um but yeah. So anyway, but it's all good. It's all good. So um not to the point that you're doing crazy stuff, but it just makes you, whatever. So, and I think I mentioned this before that now I am doing Bible study under Jehovah Witness. They have the best Bible study, hands down, hands down. I was younger, in the church, sang for a big church choir. We traveled, we did all of that and what have you. And and all of this while I was going to school. Yeah, and I think it died down my first year in college or something like that. And then you have the college life, which wasn't so bad because whatever. And then you go through college, and then in America, you consider if you want to become a sorority, a soror, or whatever. I did consider it at one time. I don't know if you want to comment down below and guess which sorority I was thinking about joining. And actually, I was going to join some. I was thinking about this the other day because I saw one of my church brothers, um, who is actually alpha man because he's in a fraternity. So the boys are fraternity and the girls are sororities. And it's interesting when you go to different states how you see certain sororities and fraternities and what the diversity is and how it's kind of like the same. If you know, then go what I'm talking about. Um, and college life is so much fun. My first 2 years of college, I went home every single weekend. I was like, I'm not about that life. I was like, whoa, But I was actually staying with family and my mother's friend because my family has actually moved to Florida in my first year. And I was like, I don't want to leave school. And I don't want to start all over and go to Florida. And we were in New York at the time. So just continued, did everything on my own. College life will make you um, grow up a little bit, especially, if you're in a bubble. or not a bubble, but a bubble. You live in your own world, community. Um, and yeah, yeah. And then the last couple of years, I was like hanging out more, and being more independent and all that kind of stuff. Now, today's generation, they're like, I'm not going to college, I'm taking a break and doing all of this and the loans, the fee, all this kind of stuff and whatever. To each his own, to each his own. Do you do what you have to feel it, because it doesn't make any sense that you go down there and sit down in class and you're not getting anything. So yeah, in my family, it's all about education. But yeah, I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to my son, um, with a lot of stuff, as far as parenting a little bit differently. Um, but there is no book, there is no book that's going to tell you how to raise your kid. You can read it and it can help you for a little bit, but the bottom line is that each child is different and you don't know what the scenario is, you don't know what's going on, and it's different from when I grew up, different from when you grew up probably. So it's like it's a different world. And basically what I say is that you have to you have to you have to know your child and know what's best. Hello, thank you for joining. And know what's best, because now, to each his own, but now I'm hearing that a lot of the babies are now on iPads at a young age, to the point they're watching. I heard it on the radio because I don't watch the news. I get most of my news from the little bit of time I'm in my car going somewhere, or people talking, or TikTok. I don't get my news from news. And some popular kids show or something that the babies are watching now, I guess the color or whatever it is messing up their, it's too whatever. So screen time, and I know it's easy to just say, here is a laptop, here's the iPad, but to each his own, to each his own. I wish that the kids nowadays would just go outside and play and have fun, and but a lot of them, this world, this world, you just have to pray and hope for the best. But yeah, but guys, so yeah, I covered a lot of stuff, like what's happening, like a lot of the updates and whatever. And I'll try and keep the post so therefore you guys can see, because I am filming on two different things. I have Instagram over here and I have YouTube over here. But like I said, I don't like the quality of the YouTube, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. And then I'm so uncomfortable sitting on the floor. I am so uncomfortable. I don't know why. Like I'm like all over the place. I'm trying to stretch out my legs. I am starting to work out again once or twice a week, swimming, just trying to start back up my walking. I have been eating terribly this week. Very, very bad this week. A lot of bread. I don't know why I'm eating bread a lot this week, but it and I try not to put too harsh of a restrictions on some of the stuff that I eat, because I feel you have to know your own body. Do you? Do you? This is just me. The more I restrict it, unless I'm just like, no, no sugar, whatever, the more I restrict it, the more I'm going to crave it. So what I do is that if I'm craving it, I'm going to have a little bit of it, but I'm still trying to be disciplined. So not really trying to deprive, but minimize it as best as possible. But I've gone months before without eating sugar, but everything has sugar in there and stuff like that. But yeah. So I wanted to travel. I want to travel this year. Um, there's lots of stuff going on, and I can't pinpoint because I actually want to go outside the country, and it's not to Jamaica. Maybe Jamaica will be in there. I don't know when, because there's several different things going on. Um, so I don't know. Um, yeah, but I do want to do outside of Jamaica. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, so another thing I want to talk about, which I have spoken about last year I went to Jamaica twice, thank God. And my first time was in April, the second time was in November, as you guys probably saw. If not, you can catch up on the videos on YouTube. But I haven't traveled to Jamaica in a long, long time, the first time. And I went on the US and Travel Advisory Board and I saw that nonsense about, oh, Jamaica is the number two dangerous place out there. I was like, what? What? Any Jamaican, that's all I hear. Oh, the crime. But I'm like, there's crime everywhere. You know what I mean? Safety comes first, people. You make your judgment or whatever. All I'm saying is that I love my little island. And now I hear a couple of days ago this big thing again. I think we're now number three. I think it was what country was number two? And I was like, what? Some little country. Oh my gosh, I wish I can remember the name. You remember which country is number two? I think Colombia is still number one. And oh my God, what was number two? It was another island. And I was like, really? So I also feel I don't want to get into politics because I'm not talking politics because I'm not going to. But I just want to see Jamaica do better, better, man. I want to remember Jamaica how it was when I was a little girl living in Jamaica. I love that time. Every person I've spoken to loves that time. I know we cannot live in the past. I know, but we should be better. So every time I travel to Jamaica recently, I come back and do a video afterwards about, like my takeaways. And I don't want to seem like I'm saying, oh, you should fix this and you should fix that, you should fix this and that and whatever. And I know everything is money, money, money or whatever, right? But Jamaica is so little. There's other tiny countries out there as well. And they seem to have it down pat. I don't understand what is going on with Jamaica. So I say this to say that um, Jamaica Tourist Board, reach out to me. I don't know what else to say. It's like I don't know. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. It's not even so much the tourists because I just feel like it's a plot. You know what I mean? I just feel like Jamaica is basing a lot of their economy on tourism, but yet you're going to put out that Jamaica is the most dangerous place out there. Come on, people. Come on, come on, come on. Know who your allies are. I don't see how Barbados have it down pat, and Barbados is able to say, "Oh, don't do that in my country." I don't. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Help me make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. I don't understand. This is why I don't get into politics because you can pull your hair out. But anyway, this is why we all need to pray and hope for the best. This other phone. So yeah, guys. So that's what's happening. Those are the updates that I've talked about. But yeah, comment down below and let me know like what movies and what shows are you guys watching. Like I said, don't sleep on the Korean shows, the Asian shows, the other countries. So what if you have to read a subtitle? Oh my gosh, you're missing out on some of them. And um, I think now, I think now there's nothing good to watch basically with some of the shows because it's all like you have to be so careful what you're inviting into your home, into yourself. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So just hoping and praying that everyone has a good new year. And but yeah, just keep on moving. And yeah, so lucky move from here to the couch. And what else is going on? I want to um, work on my garden this year. Um, I'm gonna change a lot of my content across the board. TikTok, I already started to change it. My TikTok is mostly gonna be about Lucky or the garden. Um, Once in a while, I'll probably pop on there. Um, Be sure to check out the podcast, which is now on YouTube, starting with season 24. And you can listen to the past episodes on any podcast app. Um, the Canada business, Zenzaya Canada Company, has its own TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, and the website. Um, so, yeah, there's content there. My hair channel, Not Too Late Natural Hair, is on YouTube. My hair is having a little bit of breakage here in the front, but yeah, I did give myself a little trim, but it is what it is. I'm going to be in the water at least once or twice a week, and I'm not in the mood to chop it all off again. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And trying to work out because in the winter time I don't feel like working out at all. I think all of us feel that way. I don't know. In Georgia, because I live in Georgia, I feel lazy. But yet in Georgia, I feel inspired the most as far as being creative. So I don't know. If I was in Jamaica, I'd be thin. I gained all this weight from while living in Georgia. Yeah, I never used to be this big. But yeah, for how long have I lived here now? A long, 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 long time. Of all the areas that I've lived since, you know, Georgia is the longest out of all of the areas. Yeah, I do miss the beach. I do miss the beach. I'm a beach girl and I do miss the beach. I do, I do, I do. I wish Georgia had a real beach near me, then it would be perfect. But it doesn't. They have beaches, but it's man made and you either go to either drive 2 to 4 hours for a beach or whatever. So I if I need a beach, I go further for a real beach day. And so yeah. So yeah, so here I am on a Saturday night talking to you guys. Hope that you guys enjoy. It's coming up. It's like 48 minutes talking and rambling. And and I was gonna do it earlier and then I said, let me do it tomorrow, but I figure a lot of you all will probably be watching the Super Bowl and whatever. That's what's happening in the United States. So I don't know. And yeah, and then people have church in the morning or afternoon or whatever. So I was like, let me just jump on here now and just say hi to you guys. And thank you all for subscribing. Being, like I said, February 16th will be the mark of 6 years since I've started YouTube. And, when I first started, I was like, yeah, I even did a video. Yeah, I'm going to have 1 million subscribers and this and that and whatever. Little did I know. Some people do it, don't get me wrong. And I don't even dare. Some people do the reactionary videos as far as looking back. I look back a little bit and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. No, I'm not doing no reactionary video. And I can easily take them down, put them as private, but it's out there. It's a part of my life. That's who I am. It's out there. It's what are you going to do? People already see it, so you decide to put it out there. It's so funny that when I go and visit my friends and they see me put up my camera, they're like, "Oh, you still doing that?" So let me put it to you like this. I even ask myself, "Why are you all watching me?" Because sometimes I feel the content is so boring, and my son has says it's boring and said, "Oh, I should do this and that and whatever." But I just do me, guys. Mainly, it's for my family, my son, and whatever to watch later on, or whatever, or to look back, especially somebody's gone or something like that, or some event or something, um, because like I said, I've always been, with a camera, not everything. I don't think I did it when I was younger, but towards like my late teenage, early 20s, I started was interested in that. And I like to capture the moment, I like to capture the moment. So, um, yeah, forgot what I was about to say because I'm like thinking about I'm not getting up lucky because he's looking at me like, where am I going? But yeah, guys, I just want Jamaica to just be a better place. Stop selling off everything to everybody, and stop making it so expensive. Why is it so expensive to be out in Jamaica? And yeah, you may have more job opportunities coming to the people that are in Jamaica, but I feel the pay doesn't equal. I really wish that Anne Marie Vez or Lisa Hanna would run for be the next prime minister. That's just my wish. One of the two or both. Just my wish. um, um, but yeah, Jamaica's so sweet and nice, and um, but yeah, yeah. And so basically that's what's happening, guys. Just giving you guys an update of some of the changes, what's going on. You can tell my eyes are like sleepy, sleepy. And lately, I'm looking at the time and I'm like thinking it's late, and it's only 8:12. And I was like, what? And then watch and see when I come off this live, like I'm just gonna be. I still not getting my 7 to 8 hours full sleep. Go to bed like what, 11, 10 to midnight, somewhere between that, to get up early, So yeah. So the days that I don't do anything, I really try not to do anything. You know what I mean? But I don't want to get stuck into that routine. I still haven't found my rhythm like what I had a few months ago as far as my workout. But like I said, the weather plays a lot into it because one day cold, one day it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. But yeah. But I am grateful that you guys are watching my videos. I did a poll on the community page of GO10LISA to ask you guys a couple of months ago, what kind of videos would you like to see me do? And a couple of you answered by saying the ASMR videos. Some of you want to see the vlogs. But yeah, so yeah. You guys love, 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 love seeing me eat the mango. Don't know why, but you guys do. I love eating it. It's sweet. Sometimes I'm looking and I love the comments. Oh my gosh, the comments. Guys, thank you. Um, thank you from if you're watching from different countries, and I see some of you are eating as well the mango. Yeah. I don't know what it is about the small yellow mango over here. The one at the last video that I just did that's called the honey mango. Nothing about it is honey. I don't know what is it about those little yellow mangoes because I really rarely see them. And then when I do, I'm thinking, oh, it's like the yellow ones them in Jamaica, and it's nothing like that. They're sour like what? And and I'm like, "Ah, it's so deceiving because it's like you think it's so sweet and it's not even sweet at all. But guess what? The second one that I had on my counter, I purposely let it sit down there extra days, and it was sweet. So don't think because it's yellow that it's automatically sweet. It's not. And most of the times when you see me eating the mango, you know, I'm looking to see if there's any worms in it. If you know, then go. Once in a while, you would see a worm in a mango, and I'm like, I remember when I was little, I used to love climbing, not climb, but I would, my two favorite Jamaican fruits in Jamaica, three. I'll give you my top three. Number one is mango. Number two, I switch up number two and three. Growing up as a child, it was always Guinnep. Oh my gosh, I love Guinnep. And number three is pineapple. My top three fruits. I am not a gooseberry, kiwi kind of person. I am not. I won't pick it up and say, oh, but I can drink it. Isn't that weird? And growing up, because we always used to spend a lot of times at this one cousin house in Red Hills. And next time I come out to Jamaica, Kingston, coming for you. Because I have family there up in the hills. I always was over there by the Red Hills side in Kingston. Uh, we spent more time in Red Hills than we did at our own house. And then we have a cousin that live up in the hills. This big everlasting house that oversee, the city and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. I would just go to their house and then we walk down the street to the tasty and eat the tasty patty. And yeah, yeah. So what was I getting ready to say? My mind diverted to food there for a second. But anyway, um, yeah, I love the mango, I love guinep, and I love pineapple. And then, yeah, I would climb and take the stick and take out the pineapple, not the pineapple, the mango from the tree. Yeah, and try to catch it. When somebody taking a stick and then somebody at the bottom catching it. And it depends on the shape of the tree, then if it can climb a limb or whatever. But yeah. Mm. So yeah, yeah. And every time I go to the beach, whether I was visiting, so when we left Jamaica when we were young, but every year we would come back for summer vacations. Yeah. And then when I became an adult, I traveled by myself every year, once or twice a year, to Jamaica. And then, because I love Jamaica, and I still have family there that I can stay with in Kingston, and then I had my son, and then I took my son to Jamaica when he was like 3 months old, and then just stopped because life, the drama, all this other stuff, yeah, and then moving, yeah, life. And then I did want to go before the pandemic. And then the pandemic happened and all the rules from this country to that country. And I was like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not gonna sit down there and be quarantined over here and there. And I was like, no. When it happened, it happened. And then everything was lifted. And then it just kept calling me like, come back home. Come home to Jamaica, sweet Jamaica. Yes, I am Jamaican. I was born and raised there, even though I lived in the States more than I did when I was in I it's where you're born. It's who you are. So I am Jamaican. My siblings, my sisters are Jamaican also. I don't think um I think only the out of my cousins, maybe the ones from my mother's side, I think only the last two are not Jamaican or they're born in America. All the grandkids are born in America. I don't think anybody born in Jamaica. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so hopefully I get to travel where I want to go in 2024. If not, hopefully in 2025. But um, I did want to travel once per quarter, but now we're in February and the quarter ends on is it in around Easter time. And I was like, okay, we're not going anywhere for the first quarter. So yeah. Um so yeah. But I do have a list of where I do want to go and what I want to do. And I was like, oh, I gotta go here, there, and there just to go there. And I was just like, oh gosh. But anyway, like I said, it will work out when it's supposed to work out, right? And I think Instagram ends in an hour. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up because this video is over an hour of me just rambling and just giving you guys a little bit of update. But I am appreciative and grateful for you guys joining me on the live and getting to know a little bit more about me. And you know, just trying to be good. It's for all you good people out there, and just trying to do the videos and um, just doing me. You know what I mean? And it's so interesting that here we are in February 10th, 2024, and all these people are talking about these things being exposed and all this truth coming out. And I was like, what on earth? hmm But yeah, so guys, that's it for this live. I'm going to try and do a live. I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to try and do one at least once a month. That's the minimum at least I can do. If I can do more, I will, but at least once. I don't know when. Today's what? The Let me just look at my phone here real quick. Oh, it's the second Saturday. Okay. Anyway, it's been fun doing this live. Hope that you guys enjoy. If you're watching it on the replay, just give it a thumbs up or a wave or what, just give it a thumbs up or just say there or go or just, yeah. Peace, love. Bye. So just go, 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 go. Have a wonderful night. Till next time. Bye. Okay, so I got to write that one. And then for YouTube, I'm going to end you guys. Bye. Uh oh. I don't know how to end this. Okay.